Hi, welcome back to Space Engineers, and I modified the ship here. Just a second. Where is it? Oh, added some more gyros. That's now the tortoise Mark II. Okay, so excuse me. It's all these neat corridors. So I figured I'd put one in here. Have a door leading out to the bridge. I put railings around the steps. Ramps down. I put the medical room over here, and I decided not to cover up the reactor and everything and just leave it all open like this. So that's it for this level. I made this into a path that leads out there so it looks better. Huh. That thruster should be covered over. Oh well. Let's see. Down here, look at, I put these interior blocks. That's what they're called. Yeah, interior wall blocks. They look pretty good. And that's where I put the gyros down here. And I put those along the sides because that looks kind of cool. You can squeeze in through here, and I put a couple more gyros back in here also. And there's a couple more on this side. Alright, another thing I found out. Ooh, okay. As far as when I had the modules on the assembler and they were red, those were effectiveness modules like the ones on the refinery. Well, the assembler doesn't like those. It would rather have productivity modules, and that makes it work really fast. So, as you've probably seen, I went out and went after a couple of those red guys and figured out the trick. I wanted to record it, but unfortunately, since I was remodeling the ship, I didn't have the recorder software loaded, and I was a spontaneous thing. I just went out, and first there was this guy, the business shipment. He was pretty easy. The only thing that got me was he had two antennas. There was one sticking off this side and one sticking off this side, and I kept grinding this one down and saying, why is it still saying send help? Anyway, the way you get this, you see where the turret is, right? It's got two turrets on top. Well, you come at this guy like this, and they can't get you. Then you come up behind it, through there, and there was a doorway here that you grind out. And you come in here and you grind out this chair, and then grind it down, and then you take control of it, turn the inertial dampeners on, wait for it to come to a complete stop, and then hit Y to turn the power off. Then you can come out at your leisure, grind the guns, grind everything. If you look in, when you take over a ship, if you look at the over here in the control panel, anything that's red is something that you need to find and grind down and make yours. So here's that one. I died on this guy the first time I tried it, but the second time and the third time I had no problem because I figured out the trick is, again, it's got the turret up on the top there. So you come at it down here, and when you come up, there's a triangle block here that you grind out of the way. Then you come up here, grind the door out of the way, do the same exact routine. You grind the seat down, make it yours, come to a stop, and then you go out and you grind everything and make it yours. The antennas said emergency, send help, and I changed it to everything's fine. So the second one I captured, this guy had called for help, and then a couple of these dudes showed up. So I tried to go after this. This is a drone. There's no command seat in it, and there's no doors or any easy way to get into it. There's the turret on this side, so obviously, look, you can see, come at it from behind, and there's totally nothing he can do. I came in, ground this block out of the way, and there was a timing block, a programmable block, solid block, and all that. And what I did is, this is a remote control. The problem is you can't just remote control it. I was using this, I think, and I went down to control panel and remote control. You can't control it. But what you can do is I set it toward my base and turned autopilot on. It immediately began racing toward my base. Unfortunately, you can see this is where it would have tried to go. No, it would have gone for the GPS. Oh, yeah, the GPS is like inside this thing. So as soon as I got within range of the base, I immediately turned autopilot off so that it wouldn't smash into the tortoise. I gotta change the name of the antenna on that. But yeah, you can see the GPS locator is inside. So I put these things just to break up the monotony of the I changed where the landing gear sit so that I could put the hydrogen thruster down here and not have the ion thruster sticking out the top, because I didn't like that. Okay, so I did, as you can see, I put antennas on both my little ships. This guy I'm going to grind down for parts, because there's not really a lot usable here. He's got a large reactor though, which is awesome. And let's see. For some reason it has an assembler. Isn't that interesting? And these cargo boxes, of course. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and grind this guy down, because I don't have any real use for this thing. And it'll make good parts. And the drone, no. Okay, this is an incisor, by the way, and it's pretty much useless, so I'm going to grind it down. It's got some ammo, it's got some uranium, 4 small reactors in that bad boy, a couple of cargo containers, had some stuff. I found out, since I have the tortoise docked with the station, that's docked actually, just when I put when I got the 2 mining things, they had a bunch of ores in them. So I loaded them through the connector into my welder ship, and then I came down here, since I didn't want to undock the tortoise, and so I'd come out here and I'd grab everything and I'd put it in this container. In fact, all of this stuff should be going into this. This is all what I got from grinding down something. Look at all these thruster components. Hoorah! Yeah. And look at all these reactor components. And that's before I even started, that's just what I got out of the cargo holds. I'm going to keep one of these because it's got the landing gear in the front. And so I can put those on military transporter. I ain't touching a military transporter. That sounds like it would be dangerous. So I'm going to grind one of these down and keep the other one as a like a salvage vessel. So you can come up to the ship and use these landing pads to grab it and drag it around with you. So I think that'll be fun. So as I was saying, I put the ores in this small container here, and it grabbed them all into the base and send them to their respective reactors. So that worked pretty well. I was happy about the way that worked. I think I'm gonna set these up so that this storage container here is gonna have ingots and ores. I'm gonna put a get out of my way. Thank you. Ugh. Okay. I'm gonna try to put a sorter, a conveyor sorter on it someplace. I don't know where. So that one's gonna do ingots and ores, and this one, the large storage container behind this, is gonna do components, which is what it has in it now. All this stuff. And you see this one, I've got the gun, the ammo, and the drill. Those I'm either going to put in the cockpit seat or store them in this one here. So I have what do I got? I do have a grinder on my welder ship. So let's see how well that works against this thing. Okay, the first thing I want to do though the gun's not on the conveyor system apparently, or no, I just shut it down, so okay. Yeah, it's taking the uranium and putting it into the wow, this baby's got quite a bit of uranium in it. Okay, so whoops. Huh. That's a problem. Oh, wait. Let's see how well this works. Yeah, I'm caught in the antenna. Okay. See, now it's locked and it shouldn't drift while I'm grinding it. Let's find out. That's weird. That's weird. That is... Okay, so the block was registered as alien. Okay, well... So that's definitely something you might want to look out for, is apparently blocks. If they get separated from the grid, they become alien blocks. I should probably put another grinder on here if I'm going to be doing this. These are, by the way, armored blocks. This is why it's taking so long to grind them down. So yeah, that was kind of fun. This one was particularly interesting because I was trying to figure out how am I going to get this thing home, and I thought, oh, I'm going to have to fly all the way back home, get a ship, and then come all the way back out. And then I saw that remote could actually be told to autopilot to a GPS location, which is cool. What I might do is set up a landing gear on the base someplace. Have like a scrap yard. Where there'll be... I could basically just tow a ship over, have it attached to the landing gear on the base, and maybe have like a grinder pit or something. So yeah, these things actually ended up being a lot easier than I thought. Once you figure out the trick, it's actually pretty easy. The trick is stay away from the guns. Now, obviously, I'm not ready to be going after any like military escorts or anything. This buddy's going to be full of nice resources. Especially with 4 small reactors. That's going to be a lot of reactor components. Whoopsie. Why aren't you shooting at this one? I assume that one got shot down. I gotta learn to turn the grinder off before I jump out. These must be regular blocks. It's kind of like when in Empyrean, when I'd go and attack a base and then I'd sit there and take the whole base apart. So this is something that I like doing anyway. Which is cool. I just wish the enemies were, you know, like there were some bad guys to shoot or something. Haha. I got you before you could escape. Whoops. Huh. It's not getting shot. Yeah, I did set the iron refinery to take in scrap metal also. So that's good. Don't run away. Hopefully another mining thing will come along and I'll be able to do it on video. I wanted to do it on video this time, but because I always like seeing stuff like that, and I figure you probably do too. No, come back. Okay. Man, I wish the ship's grinder would work as fast as my hand grinder. So yeah, when you capture a ship, you want to make sure that one of the first things you do is take out the antenna and the beacon. That way, even if they do send drones, the drones have no idea where to go. And they'll just come out and sit there, and you can pick them off at your leisure. Or they'll despawn. I'm going to have so many thruster components after this. Try to get in here without... So one of the ores that I got from one of the mining ships, there was a bunch of magnesium. I thought, well, that's cool. Not enough, but... And of course, these guys are just full of platinum, but... The fact that you can disassemble components. For example, I've got a lot of metal grids, and if I don't want to have those, if I need steel plates, which 4,000 already, man. But if I wanted, I could disassemble those in those large steel tubes. Or if I needed to make some more tier 3 weapons, tools rather, and I need the platinum, I could actually take apart these thruster components. What the hell? What was that sound? Okay. So, yeah, I think I'm going to take apart one of the mining things and use the other one as a salvage vehicle. That was scary. I think I can move that in a little bit closer. Shut up. Thank you. That should be good. Okay. So now what I want to do, I'll dump everything. Yeah, that's what I thought. The hydrogen bottle got taken. Now, yeah, do you see? I didn't get it in time. The scrap iron got taken to the refinery inside the base. Wow, that's a lot of steel plates. Again, this would be a lot easier to do if I just connected the welding ship up to the tortoise, but in fact, I should probably disconnect the tortoise at this point because it doesn't need to be connected to the base right now. I think it's pretty much self-sufficient. And the next video, I'm going to go back down to the planet. I will survive on that damn planet one way or another. And hopefully, the Mark II of the tortoise understands down a lot better than its predecessor did. Wow, I didn't even... gone. That is a lot of thruster components. Are you kidding me? One... That's a lot of uranium in there, man. How much have you got in this reactor? 329? That's not bad. Okay. And you took one of my oxygen bottles. I want it back. Yeah, see, it took the scrap iron, which I'm keeping in, well, let's just go ahead and put it in the assembler for right now. But it's constantly processing uranium and putting it in the reactor, so we're not going to be running out of power in this thing anytime soon. Unfortunately, these little ships won't be doing me any good on the planet. I'm going to have to build little planet ships, which is gonna suck in many, many, many ways. I just know it. What are you doing? Oh. There. But see, this is what I was talking about, why I wanted to get the ion thrusters. You just leave these things running constantly. You don't even have to turn them off. They've got so much uranium, it's not even funny. That's not actually a hole, it's just a graphic glitch. Alright, so anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take apart this guy next. And, how much ammo do you have? 4? I thought they'd have more than that. It seems strange that this guy's got a, assembler on it. Huh? What do you know, right? There were more solar panels, but a couple of them got shot up. So I should take one of these, take this ship, and park it over here someplace where it's out of the way. It's actually a pretty fast ship. I mean, with those two large ion thrusters on it. Problem is, you see, every time I use those ion thrusters, it says overload. Let's give the tortoise a little bit more room, shall we? Okay, just out of curiosity, how much uranium do you have? He's got 2 times 9. Alright, we'll have to throw some more uranium in him. So, next time I see one of these mining ships, I'll go out and do it on video so you can see it, because I think it was fun. I love capturing these things. And, you know, 4 large cargo containers, and it's full of ores and stuff. Great deal, great deal. Alright, so, again, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you next time.